Well, here we are in my brand new hardcore world. I've got a bunch of plans to essentially make this into the hardcore world I've always wanted. But of course, we need to get ourselves established first, which is what we're gonna get done this episode. So I've already gotten all the formalities done, you know, hardcore, fire tick off, weird seed name that you guys will keep asking me for in the comments. It's also always in the description now. And here we are. So let's get started with the first step of finding a location to get settled down at. Actually, I just lied. The first step, of course, is always, you know, punching a goddamn tree. And what I did next was craft up a wooden pickaxe, dig a big old hole, and mine up a bunch of cobble. I breached back up to the surface and crafted up a bunch of stone tools. Now the next objective is to actually try and find a nice little area to settle down at. I don't really know exactly what I'm wanting, either like a plains or a nice kind of forest. Oh, that area looks pretty interesting too. We got some coal up there as well. Let's go grab some. Oh, actually, some nice starting food is going to be some salmon here. What the hell? Why did that just drop bone meal? I've never seen a fish drop bone meal before. What the hell? All right, there's a bunch of our salmon cooked up. Let's pick up our shit and make our way to, you know, a bit of a nicer area. Honestly, I don't know if we've actually just found the area. This looks really nice. We've got a bit of a plains over there. We've got a cherry blossom biome. Oh, there's actually a village right there. I didn't even notice that. We've got this really cool island over here. That's honestly the perfect size for our starter base, along with a couple more islands in the distance. Oh my God, it's actually going nighttime. I do not have a bed yet. Oh, there's sheep over there. Yes. Guys, I'm sorry. I would shear you, but I just don't have iron yet. Off to bed we go. All right, so yeah, I'm honestly quite happy to settle down here. This area looks really cool, but I think before we get started on our base, let's actually go ahead and check out this village over here. Actually, why don't I just make a goddamn boat? What am I doing? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. That is quite strange. What do we got? Leather boots. Okay, better than nothing, I guess. Another chest, some bread. Yes. Okay, more bread and a saddle. That's cool. We're of course gonna grab as much of this wheat as we can. What do we got in here? A bit of a brewing stand. Don't mind if I do. Thanks, mate. More hay bales. Don't mind if I bloody do. And for the final chest of the entire village, this is what we got. So yeah, it's quite a shit village, honestly. But what I want to actually do next is just lock away a couple of these villages. So we're going to ring the old bell here and get them inside. Because yeah, I just want to make sure that we have at least a couple saved away so they don't get killed by bloody zombies and shit. All right, and well, that's just about everything of interest from that village. This is our haul here. So what I'm actually going to do next is head back and either, I don't know, start chopping wood or maybe do, yeah, I might actually do a little bit of mining to try and get some better tools. Here's our little ravine. We've got some more coal straight up. Oh, and yes, this actually does go down as well. Sweet. And here's where it goes down. Jesus, quite a lot. Look at that. I pretty much just want to get a couple pieces of iron and get the hell out of here because I am not equipped at all, as you can see. I've literally got freaking leather boots. That's going to do jack diddly squat, okay? Oh, there's some iron. There's a whole bunch. Of course, there's a skelly guarding it. God damn it, man. Is there any up here? Please. Oh, yes, there's a bunch here. Oh my God, look at all of that. Yes, dude. Also, if you're wondering what mods I'm using, be sure to check out my previous video. The best mods to enhance vanilla Minecraft, okay? Because I'm using almost all of them. Oh my God, dude, look at all the iron. That is a thing of beauty. I'm almost on the verge of tears right now. Oh my God, dude. When you see something like this, there's 100% going to be diamonds down there, I swear to God. But that is so risky. Is that a risk I'm willing to take? I think so, honestly. Look at all these pricks right here. Oh, all right, we're just gonna make a run for it because honestly, I'm a greedy ass prick, okay? Oh, straight away, there's some I don't even have a freaking iron pick to mine them, man. What am I doing? Okay, we're gonna make a temporary little base under here. Oh my God, get that blocked off. Holy crap. Let's do a little bit of scouting. What do we see? Of course, one of those pricks. I don't see any more diamonds over that direction, but there's definitely some down there somewhere. Maybe we should get some armor and stuff before we actually go all the way down. Oh, I almost looked at him. That would have been game over if I look. Oh, how the I'm in a block, dude. I was looking at him through a block. That is some actual bullshit. Thankfully you can't actually get in here. There's our boots and there's our helmet. Dude, we're already fully suited up. Look at that. That is insane. What was that? What was that sound? That gave me goosebumps, brother. I think that's a zombie villager or something. That sounded so weird, man. All right, we're now fully kitted and ready to go. Yeah, it is a zombie villager. Come on, you bastards. There's our diamonds right there. Oh, there's some more up there too. Okay, we've got a lot of bogeys to deal with. All right, first patch of diamonds. Please be more than one. Yes, that's a good sign. Okay, it was only two. It was only two. That's all right. I'm not crying yet. Oh my God, look at the amount of zombies under me, right? That is just ridiculous. If I fall, I'm literally 100% boned. All right, we've made it to this bloody diamond. Oh, of course it's just one, but I mean, it's worth it right now. Now I'm gonna have to go down there if I want to get those other diamonds. Oh my God, look at all of them. We're going in. I'm not even bothering fighting anything. I'm just mining. One more. Oh my God. Okay, settle down, brother. All right, we've got, oh, there's so many over there. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, let's just make our way over to this one. Oh my Jesus Christ. I don't know why that scared me so bad. Okay, we made it. I ended up having to use my freaking wood to get here. Oh, yes, dude. That is a massive patch. Yes, that's like 8. Oh, you're kidding. No. Let's just grab it. No, of course it burned. Well, I think we only got like 2 diamonds out of that, but we still have 14 in total, which is pretty good. All right, I'm going to figure out how to get back home, and I'll probably meet you guys back on the surface. So yeah, I'll meet you there. Okay, thankfully I made it out alive. Now let's actually craft up all of our brand new diamond tools. Here's our final one, the sword, and we even have 5 diamonds to spare, which is pretty crazy. Holy crap, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. We're only up to day 2 as well. Honestly, I cannot believe how far we've come already. Okay, well, now with our newfound wealth, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just chop down a bunch of trees and get my island a little bit fixed up, I guess. Right now it's got like a big hole in the middle and stuff, so I might do some terraforming and fix that up, and also chop a bunch of wood. So yeah, let's get started. Before I started chopping, I actually got a light bit of farming done, making a wheat and sugarcane farm. Once they were established, I sailed over to the other side and spent a couple of days harvesting almost the entire forest. With a bunch of wood now harvested, I moved on to terraforming my island, as it was looking quite wonky. I just simply worked on smoothing off the corners, which was actually quite a pain because I kept constantly running out of dirt and ended up harvesting some from the other piece of land. I also worked on patching up as many holes as I could, eventually opting to leave the big river in the middle. Next up, it was time to plan out a house design using my brand new epic tablet that has a pen. I found some awesome inspiration from my favorite builder, Cryptozoology. Be sure to check his channel out, by the way. It's pissing me off how he doesn't have 100k subs yet. And so, using his awesome build, I sketched out the framework of the house, also making sure to change some stuff to make it closer to my vision. I added a chimney on the left, along with working on the designs and details that I'd add onto the walls. The top floors would have some nice planter boxes with flowers, and the top middle wall would lead to a balcony. And yeah, so that's it. It was honestly heaps of fun using this thing, and I'm looking forward to using it more for future builds. Okay, so there is our island so far. If you're wondering what mod this is, by the way, it's called Ortho Camera, very useful. But there's the shape of our island, kind of like an oval shape, and I ended up deciding on leaving this actual little river that goes halfway through the island here. I just decided on leaving this because I didn't have enough dirt to cover it up, and I thought it could be a cool feature. And so as for the layout, I'm thinking I want to put my main base back here, and then I want to have 2 other buildings, maybe like a villager breeder over here, and then a trading hall over in this side. But first, of course, I think we need to get started on the base. I do have a lot of wood for this. I don't know if it's going to be enough. So yeah, using that sketch that I made just before, I'm going to, yeah, basically use that as my reference. So let's get started building. All right, so finally getting started on my main base, I figured out the dimensions and basically just followed my reference sketch from earlier. However, I did need some resources for the block palette, which consisted of stone for the bottom floor walls, diorite for the top floor, and deep slate for the roof. Essentially just a budget version of Crypto's house. With the majority of the resources obtained, I started adding in the bottom floor walls with textured stone and stone bricks. I added a large doorway design using trapdoors and, well, a door of course. After finishing up the main walls, I continued with the details, adding arches under every pillar along with the segments that'd hold the second floor pillars. Moving on to said second floor, I added those pillars in along with our walls consisting of textured diorite and polished diorite. A lot of people give this block shit, but honestly, I think it looks great. Then for the roof, I went with an outline of oak slabs and stairs followed by textured deep slate tiles and bricks for the main roof. I added a big main dormer to the front middle area as well. Then it was onto the quite large chimney that I messed the placement up on, but once it was added in, it was looking awesome. Finishing up, I just simply went around the entire base and added all the missing details like the second floor arches and all the planter boxes in front of the windows. Oh, and I finished up the balcony as well. Okay, and there is the exterior of our base, fully completed, looking awesome. Here's a look with the orthographic view. Dude, that is looking so nice, man. But yeah, so that's the exterior done. We, of course, now have to do the interior. I have done a little bit of planning already, and I have marked out the floor and the ceilings here. I'm going to leave a gap in the middle there, and we're going to have our ladders on either side in this little gap. Next, right in front of the door, I want to have my bedroom. So let's first, of course, craft up the bed, and then we're going to chuck that right here. I've got my bedside tables ready to go. I've also got got some decorative flower pots here, so let's chuck some of those in. And then above the bed here, I think it's going to be a perfect little spot to add in a little bit of an oak leaf decoration like that. And hell yeah, that's a pretty sweet looking bedroom. Next, let's add in some of our lighting here with some lanterns. Bang, there we go. Next, let's figure out storage. I'm thinking maybe on this side of the house. So what I might actually do is maybe just place in our chests on this back wall here. I think this is going to be a pretty good spot. Oh yeah, I did have to kill one of these guys because, yeah, he like spawned right next to me. So we got this stuff. I don't know why you get this in like a potion bottle now, which is interesting. All right, and there is our storage finished off. That is plenty of storage. That's going to last us quite a while. I think in here is going to be a nice little spot for maybe a flower pot. And then let's pretty up the ceiling here just by doing that. I don't really know what we're going to do here. But yeah, over onto this side of the base. This is going to have to be combined crafting and furnaces. So I'm probably going to put it in like an L shape like this, I guess. I think that's going to work nicely. So maybe let's do our furnaces along the bottom. Okay, maybe we'll actually get 6 furnaces, I reckon. And then down here we can have our grindstone. We'll have something else there. I don't really know what. And then we can make a nice little shelf to hold the rest of our stuff up here, along with our furnaces up here too. And you know what? I think we're just going to add in a bit of a pillar like that. Let's maybe actually even put in some barrels up here just for like some extra storage that I'm probably never going to use. But yeah, that's a cute little crafting area. And then we have these 2 gaps here, which I have the perfect little detail for. We're going to put a composter followed by 2 oak leaves. We're going to put a sign on front of that as well. And we'll do the same on the other side. And bang, that's some cute little house plants there. Now let's head upstairs. I want to add a bit of a safety railing onto this. All right, there we go. So I don't really know what I'm going to do up here yet. Obviously, we'll probably get... Oh, actually, we need to fill those windows in. But we'll probably do enchanting on one side. And then I don't really know what else on the other side, to be honest. And there we go. There's our windows done. What I'm going to do next is move all of my crap from this chest inside and probably do a bit of organizing as well. And then I think it's time to move on to our second build, which I think is actually going to be a little bit of a bridge here to cross this gap. And I want to make that out of stone. So I'm going to go do everything I just said before. I'll mine a bunch of stone and smelt it up, and then we will start making the bridge. All right, let's get started on the bridge. I actually ended up changing my mind on the blocks I wanted to use, so we're using wood now. So this is where our bridge is going to start, and it's going to finish over here. So it's going to be quite small. All right, so I'm wanting something fairly simple, but just I want it to be kind of like an arched bridge, I guess. There we go. So that's a nice shape there. But what I do want to actually add as well is just like some little supports where I can. I don't know, it's just lacking something. I think what we're going to do is actually extend the sides out and maybe put some stone on the sides. I think that's going to look quite nice. I just want these to simply be like 1/2 block elevated above the actual path of the bridge. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That looks good. And then I think we might actually leave our supports back where they were. I think they're going to look quite nice there. Let's repeat this on the other side real quick, and then we'll see how it looks. All right, and that is looking super nice now. That looks so much better than it did before. We've got the lanterns on here as well now. I think they fit in nicely. Although one thing I think we need to do is just add a little bit of texture into this bridge, just because the repetitive stone bricks just, I don't know, it just doesn't look that great at the moment. All right, and there we go. That is looking awesome, dude. One thing that's already starting to piss me off is falling into the water here. So I want to add like a cool little secret passageway, I guess. And I was thinking right here is going to be a cool little spot for that. So let's just dig this all the way down, and then I want to put a couple of ladders on here. That way, if you ever fall in, you can just come up through there. I think that's pretty cool. We might as well just add one on the other side as well, actually. All right, so there we have it. That's our bridge. That's our base done. Next up, I want to move on to some villager houses over on this part of the island here. So yeah, I'm going to go start harvesting a bunch more resources, and then we'll get started building those. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so for the first build, we're bringing back a classic. It's the brothel. I also did another quick sketch for this one just to get a decent plan in mind. I built up the first floor, which was to be the dungeon of sorts. I guess villagers that are ready to be transported over to the trading hall that we're building next. The second floor was to be 1 block wider on the front and back and to consist of wood as a nice contrast from the bottom floor's stone. I added on the roof with 3 little dormers along with some cute open balconies on the front walls, and I finished the build off with some detailing. Now moving over to the trading hall, here's the sketch I did for it, by the way. So we're keeping it only 1 story tall just for something a little different from the previous 2 builds. I added big planter boxes along the front walls along with using stone for the wall block palette. Onto the roof I went with my signature curved style along with adding big dormers in the middle at the front and back. And to finish up the exterior I added some simple details in along with some lanterns. With the main build's exteriors done, I moved on to adding in a big old wheat field behind the trading hall. I wanted this to extend up towards my main base, so I figured getting it planted now was a good idea. I also wanted to surround my entire island with a palisade style wall, which was going to need a lot of wood. So it was time to basically chop down the entire forest. Now with a decent bit of wood, I got started on the main entrance, adding our palisade style walls on the left and right. For how you'd actually get onto the island, I just decided on making a boats only entrance essentially, along with villager proofing it so we wouldn't have any escapees. I then just worked on continuing our walls, alternating the heights as much as I could, along with stripping every second pillar of the walls. A great tip for getting these style of walls looking good is to have 3 different heights. In my case, it's 2, 3, and 4 blocks tall. You never want to have any of those heights close together, so pretty much just go 2 blocks, 4 blocks, 3 blocks, and back to 2 in that kind of pattern. And to finish it off, I went back around placing a fence on top of every single wall segment, along with placing torches on top of some of them, keeping them relatively evenly spaced apart. Once every wall segment was completed with torches and fences, I added a quick little gate onto our river entrance to prevent villagers from leaving, but still allowing boats in with some fence gates. With some wheat grown, I worked on harvesting them up, along with tilling our farms to expand and planting the seeds I had. Next, I felt our mine entrance could use some love, so I opted to build a simple cobblestone mound around it, along with smoothing it off with some stairs and slabs to get a nice organic look. I once again continued expanding the wheat field up alongside the river and up towards the mine entrance we just created. It still wasn't done, so while waiting for the wheat to grow, I decided on finishing up our pathway, starting with one that'd lead over to the mine entrance. I moved over to the main pathway, branching that from the bridge to the main entrance, along with off to our 2 brothel entrances and the trading hall. A pro tip to save resources on paths that probably everyone knows, but definitely use slabs, as you're getting quite literally double the amount and you're never gonna see the bottom half anyway. And finally, I finished off the wheat field. Alright, and here is our new area so far. Dude, this looks insane already. I love it. Here's a look from the isometric view. God, I love this mod just too much, man. That looks awesome. And so what I want to do next is actually start a couple of little animal pens over here. So we're not going to go too crazy. I just want something relatively small just to get a couple of cows established, because I want to make some books for, you know, enchanting and stuff. So there's our little cow pen. We do have a chicken roaming around here from an egg that I threw in here. He can just kind of roam free for now, but yeah, I'm going to go grab a couple of cows. I did see 2 over on the hill over here before. Yeah, here they are. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly lead these guys over to their pen and get started breeding them. So just give me a second. I'm going to get those guys over there. Oh my God. I didn't realize cows were so slow in the water, man. What is this? I'm better off just getting them in the bloody boat. There we go. That's going to make it a little bit easier. There's our first guy in, and there's the second one. Let's get them started. There you go, boys. Well, boy and girl, I'm assuming. And there's our first little baby. Hell yeah. All right, next up, we're going to get started on the interiors of these 2 builds. I'm going to grab a couple of things first, and I'll meet you guys in the trading hall. All right, I'm back with a bunch of random stuff. Let's get started building the interior for our trading hall here. So you might have noticed already, I've gotten the floor already finished. And so what I want to get started on now is going to be the actual, you know, trading stall areas, I guess. And so I think the best way to do this is going to have some stripped logs like this. Then we're going to have the trading blocks in front. I'm just going to pre-place those. And then on top of these, let's get some slabs to hold them in. And yeah, that's literally it. It's not the craziest, but maybe we can get some trapdoors in between these here just to get it looking a little bit more elegant. Also want to get a bit of like an interesting ceiling design going, mainly because I can't be bothered just, you know, filling out the whole thing. So I'm just going to do something like this. And maybe in these corner points here, we can put some lanterns for lighting. And now let's also get our final stall done, which is just, you know, that's all I could really make in terms of lecterns. So, you know, that's all right. But yeah, I do want this to feel less like, I don't know, slavery and more like a nice place to work at, I guess. So that's why I have gotten a bunch of nice detailing blocks here. Starting off, let's get some nice house plants planted. That's going to look quite nice. We can also maybe surround these with some signs just to add a little extra detail. Maybe over on this side, let's get a crafting bench and maybe some storage as well. That'll be nice and handy. On this side, I don't really know what we'll place, but we'll figure it out eventually. And I guess I might as well just fill in the rest of these stalls. I don't really know what jobs these guys are going to have yet. Probably all just librarians. I just don't have the leather for it yet. But yeah, there we go. That's everything filled in, and that's looking pretty cool. I'm happy with this interior. Now let's move on over to the brothel. Oh my God. What are these guys doing on my island? These guys actually, I'm so sick of these guys spawning in. It's pissing me off, dude. If anyone knows how to get rid of these absolute pricks, tell me in the comments, okay? All right, now when it comes to the brothel, I do have a pretty 200 IQ idea in mind. So this top floor here is going to be our, you know, open breeding area, okay? I did think about having individual rooms set up, but, you know, we want to be space efficient, not privacy efficient, okay? Although we will keep it nice and lively with some flower pots and some flowers inside of those. Now, we'll get some essential things down, like maybe a crafting table and a little bit of storage over here as well. And I'm just going to craft up as many beds as I can and just cram this goddamn place full of them, okay? Because we want lots of villagers. All right, so that's all I can make for now, but that's a pretty cool layout. That's going to fit, what, like 12 villages, I guess? And we can even cram extend this full more if we want to. But when it comes to the bottom floor, I essentially, you know, and like at a moment's notice, I want to be able to just mine out the floor block and have the villager drop down and into a boat. So I'm just going to quickly craft up as many boats as I can and just basically fill this entire floor up with boats, okay? That way I don't have to mess around with trying to get them in boats and crap, because it's just annoying. So I'm just going to fill up this entire floor, okay? All right, there we go. It's a bit cursed, but I mean, if it's going to get the job done easier, then there's nothing really wrong with it. Although I think we will actually get some lighting down in here. I think I forgot to do some on the top floor too. There we go. Nice and bright little boat room. And for the second floor, I think we'll just do the same weird like ceiling thing just because I'm running out of wood, okay? All right, that's looking pretty good. Although I did just realize the villagers are going to easily just be able to leave through here. And I don't really want that. Okay, there we go. They can't escape now. That's going to work perfectly. And so now all that's left to do is basically just grab some villagers over from that village and bring them up to the brothel to start breeding. Let's work on bringing the villagers over. All right, here we are. Thankfully, we do have some that are actually still alive here. We've got a bit of a cartographer. So I might try and snag this guy. I've never done this with a boat before, so I don't know how well this is going to go. But mate, you need to get in there, okay? We're taking you to a new home. It's going to be better than this place. You'll have, well, a lot less freedom, but come on, man, get in there. Okay, there we go. We got our first guy, and now it's time for the long journey back home, and I essentially, yeah, have to do this twice, of course. Oh, and we're goddamn stuck in a pathway block. Wow, this is going to be annoying. Okay, well, I'll just meet you guys over when all of this crap is done, because this sucks. Come on, man. God, you're a dick. There's a job site right there, man. Bro, what are you doing? Just looking at the bloody composter. You pain in my ass, dude. God's sake. Come on, big rig, up this way, bro. What are you doing? Oh my God, this guy. He just went, instead of going to my stone cutter up there, he's going all the way into my freaking composter in here. Are you stupid, bro? This is the most frustrating thing. What is he doing? He's just walking back and forth. There's literally job site blocks right here. He wanted them so bad over there, but now he doesn't want these ones. Oh, dude, I'm going to lose it. All right, figured out the solution. We're literally just going to boat him over this little dirt bridge that I made. Come on, mate, let's go. I don't know how I'm going to get him up there, though. That's the only problem. All right, let's see if this works. Hopefully it does. Please. Go on, get inside. Get in there. Yep, it's getting dark. You're scared. Get inside. Please, brother. Please. You absolute idiot. Get in the fucking house. Yes! Okay, we got our first one. Thank Christ for that. Let's go get the next one. All right, and here is our second guy secured. Nothing short of f***ing annoying, I will tell you that much, man. Get in the house! Get in there! Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Thank God. They're secured. That's done. Oh my God, that was so annoying. All right, and so that's pretty much it for all of the exciting stuff this episode. I'm literally just going to give these guys some bread now so they can actually start breeding. Let's leave these guys to do their thing, and I'm simply going to finish up with maybe adding another farm over here. I'm not really going to bother showing it because it's just the same thing that I've already done. But yeah, this is our area at episode 1, looking awesome, dude. And so if you want to download this island so far, be sure to check out my Patreon as I'll have the download up over there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.